There you are. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Steuben County Board of Commissioners meeting for Monday, January 6th, 2025. Happy New Year to everyone.
Here.
Welcome aboard, Commissioner Rick Scheid. Good to see you, but you're on a different side.
I know. It'll be something different.
Congratulations.
Change is good. Thank you.
First item on this morning will be organization. So I'm going to turn the meeting over to Mr. Stuckey.
Commissioners require two officers, president, vice president. The auditor by statute serves as secretary. So the nominations for president of the commissioners for 2025.
I'll move that we nominate Will Howard for president.
I'll second.
Any other nominations? Hearing none. Go ahead.
No, I was going to move to close nominations.
Hearing none, nominations are closed, and we'll have a vote. Aye, affirmative, nay, and the negative. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All negative. Okay. Will Howard is the president. Vice president. Other nominations for vice president.
And nominate Andy Laughlin, vice president.
Is there a second?
Second that nomination.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll vote on Andy Laughlin. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
In the negative, nay. Andy Laughlin is vice president for 2025.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. President.
Yes. Try to be it.
It's still fun here. All right. I guess we have some openings for bids, Don.
Keep them busy. I can't drink.
Just a few.
Okay, these are these separate stacks in they're all together. I'm going to just open them and give you the name of the bidder. Turn them over to somebody that knows what they're talking about.
Even for the aggregate, out of Fort Wayne, they're bidding for the highway materials for aggregates.
This is from Fremont Sand and Gravel.
Also annual bid for aggregates.
E&B Paving LLC.
That'll be annual bid for asphalt. They might also bid aggregates.
This is Warner Oil Company.
That's for the fuel bid.
Into this one. Brown and Sons Fuel Company.
That's for the annual fuel bid.
API Construction Corp.
I'm gonna hold this one off separate. That's for the community crossings.
This is API 2 also. For
That is for the annual bid.
sand.
Yeah, so they bid asphalt and stone.
Okay. This is
That's for small structure center. So I'll hold that separate.
okay.
I'll read that next.
Oh, you know, this is from Milestone Construction.
Milestone construction.
Milestone Construction LP on Fort Wayne.
I'll hold that.
Okay. This is from Michael McHenry for aggregate.
Yep, annual bid.
This is for aggregate too. It's from CM Bridge Enterprise LLC. This is from treated timber bridge materials.
Annual bid bridge.
Old Prairie Products, Inc.
That's that's annual bid for aggregate.
Corporate, or Metal Culverts, Inc.
It's annual bid for culverts.
Construction,
Annual bid for asphalt.
Butler Mill Service,
Annual bid for aggregates.
American Structure Point,
That's it.
All Structure,
That's notice for early coordination letter. So it wasn't a bid. They just sent it to one place.
Culver and Sons,
Asphalt bid.
Milestone Contractors, LP. Maybe an additional.
This is for annual bid for bridge materials.
Regis Culvert, Inc.
That would be annual bid for culverts.
National Oil and Gas,
That's annual bid for fuel.
Steuben Co.
Annual bid for gravel.
McMahon Tires,
Annual bid for tires.
Kirsten Trucking Company, Inc.
It's going to be annual bid for stone and for winter supplies.
Caleb Solutions, Inc.
It's annual bid for asphalt.
Mary Brooks,
That'd be annual bid for asphalt.
The Clink Group,
It's annual bid for asphalt.
another one from the Clink Aggregate bid.
That's their aggregate bid, yep.
Keystone Cooperative,
It's annual bid for fuel.
annual bids from Civil Sun, Inc.
That should be 3 copies.
3 copies.
Those are the annual bids. Then we're also opening bids for small structure 7, which is our community crossing project up for bid. So from Milestone Contractors. Yeah. Milestone Contractors bid $859,950.31 for small structure number 7. Brooks Construction bid $752,874 for small structure number 7.
Was that again?
$752,874. And the last bid we have for small structure 7 is from EPI. API came in at $664,927. $660,927. I asked that you let me take all these bids into consideration and then come back later with a recommendation.
Motion that you take those into consideration and give us a update. You have time to review?
Second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Miles to.
Funny how that works. You're out.
Yeah.
I know, but I think we may want Robert's order of rule. Robert's rule of rule.
Typically run meetings.
Yes, but you're
As a
not
small group.
for a small group with adjustments. It's to be as the Board of Accounts has said, it's to be a guide. You're not a slave to it.
We have to take a vote on that, or take a motion on that, on how they want to run it, or don't we have to?
I think you're supposed to adopt a resolution regarding rules, and we adopted a resolution that indicates what you can do with ordinances and so forth. You want to adopt the rules as to what you use, then I'll need to draft that resolution. But you generally are bound by Robert's Rules of Order, but subject to modifications because of a small group. And so far, I've seen you basically conducted all your meetings by Robert's Rules, so.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have to vote on anything on how they were going to run that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because traditionally, at our first meeting you set up is how you want to conduct your meetings through the year. Whether we run strict Robert's rule or modified Robert's rule, or Robert's rule small boards, or, and if we have meetings that require public input, how long we want to allow them to talk and like that. Or you're just saying we need to set
We
that
can
up
do
by
that as the meeting.
That's resolution to do that. And if you want to tell me what to put in the resolution, we have to prepare it for the next meeting.
So far, I think the way we've conducted them has served us well. Until it's necessary.
You're the president.
Good morning, Scott.
Morning. Welcome aboard and congratulations.
Thank you.
What I have today is a request for purchase of 4 additional picnic tables at the beach, the same that we bought last year through Vestal. Will come out of our donation. These will replace the residential wooden ones we currently have.
Yeah, that was nice. Move to approve.
A second.
Further discussion?
You said these are metal, are they steel?
Rubber coated, yeah, they're steel rubber coated, yes.
Okay. Rubber coated, not,
Not powder coated. So if they get a nick or something, you can actually heat them up and then bring them back over onto the
Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
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 Thank you, gentlemen.
Scott? Austin, good morning.
Morning, happy new year. Bringing forth some contracts for the HVAC and multiple buildings, community center, the annex and EMS north, the courthouse in the square, and then the county corrections building. These were brought forth in the December meeting. I was not here, however. Go through the annex, EMS North, Delta T. These are all Delta T. My opinion, we went at the sheriff's office by C&E, I believe, file to see what's out there and see what kind of service they provide for us as well. I know, speaking with the building managers and seeing it firsthand, Delta T, they've been there whenever we needed them, and in my opinion, we've had good service with them. So, community center, they quoted it at $20,603.23. That's for the year. This is all preventative maintenance. They come in 2 times a year, get our boilers in good working condition, ready for the winter. In the spring, they'll come and change filters and get all the chillers operational. Courthouse on the square. You want to approve these one at a time or not approve them?
We have just 2 in front of us, correct?
I can't hear you.
There's just 2 in front of us, correct?
No, I got courthouse, community center, annex, and EMS north, that's looped in. And then county corrections, so there's 4.
We only got the 2. We were still missing the courthouse and community corrections.
Is that what you?
Yeah, so I gave you. Which ones do you have up here?
They have the community center and annex EMS north.
Okay. So the community center was at $20,603.23. And then the annex and EMS north was $6,126.80.
Could you repeat the community center, please?
Yep. $20,603.23.
Yes.
these put out then annually for bid?
They have not. I don't think they have been in the past. I've been here 6 months. So
It's a dollar amount that we have to put these up for bid.
They're under 50,000.
No.
And we did do the jail, we have a new service. That we're trying out for the
Try
jail.
out and see how that works out.
I just want a motion for the ones we have.
Or we can wait and do ones.
So the North Station, is that broke out? Because there really shouldn't be much there. That's in with the annex.
yeah, that's together with the annex.
Right.
And the same, there's not much over at the community corrections building as well.
Right.
Do you have those dollar amounts in front of you?
Yeah, I gave the Abby a little late this morning, but the county corrections building was $3,216.28. $3,216.68. And then the courthouse was $9,332.73.
So you mean the old courthouse, correct? Is that for the old courthouse?
Yes. Yep.
Maintain it. Another one for corrections.
Oh, we got two, sorry. There. That's right now. I'd entertain a motion. All four.
That's it. The inspection checklist that they're doing, they're providing you a copy of that on all those. They can review those, yeah.
You're usually with them too, right? When they do the work or do the inspections?
With them,
Yeah.
a building manager usually is.
Okay.
I am not personally.
Okay, but someone is.
Yeah.
Okay, anything further? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I also, there's a tree green contract for all the lawns. That's not ready yet. I'm still waiting on them to add in the judicial center. So I'll get a copy from them, I'll hand it in and.
Did you include which lawns was actually referring to instead of just a?
Community Corrections Annex, Judicial Center up by the courthouse, old courthouse as well. The contract that I have right now is without the Judicial Center. So I'm gonna have them add that to the contract. That way it's updated and we don't have to do this twice, I guess.
Just mention the contract they submitted that I reviewed was for 3 years with automatic renewal. Normally, the commissioners don't want to commit to future, beyond the future commissioners potentially. Maybe different, maybe the same, so. That may be
1 year. Get to change up to 1 year.
1 year. I don't mind. I prefer a 30-day notice for renewal as opposed to 90. Because a lot of times you don't look at them until.
Right.
Actually, ideally, it's just 1 year and we renew it every year. So you might mention that adjustment to them and see what they say. That's my recommendation. It's up to you, obviously.
So that's, it's usually something we catch right at the end, and then all of a sudden we have to have it resubmitted.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Austin.
Got taller.
Won't go high enough, we'll try. Morning.
No, Steve, you don't look like Rodney.
No. Rodney is on his way to Massachusetts to look at the bear kennel. If it is done, going out for inspection and final sign off, so. We're excited. This morning, we just have an agreement, this came through us, through EMS. MOU for the 3 talk groups. EMS wants to share talk groups with Parkview Flight. Obviously, I'm sure as you're aware, we rely on Parkview Samaritan quite a bit. And these are their 3 talk groups, Parkview Dispatch 1 and 2, and Parkview Ops looks like, so they can talk to the helicopter directly without having to go through a mutual talk group that we get to and that. So since it is a contract, we'd like the commissioners to review it and it's okay to sign it so we can share talk groups with Parkview EMS, Parkview Flight.
I took a look at it. There's nothing offensive.
Motion. I'll make a motion to approve.
Sorry.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you. You guys got a copy of the sign, right?
Yep.
Let's get that back from you. Thanks. Pretty simple.
Morning, Aaron.
Did drop it.
Mic drop moment.
Okay, so I am coming to you today about the public defenders. Looks like on the agenda, we were wanting to talk about the board appointment. At this point in time, the commissioners do have one appointment to that board. Currently, Ken Shelton is appointed to that board and his term is not up, but when I spoke to him, he felt that there was a potential conflict with him remaining on that board. I don't know if any of you have talked to him about that or not.
Well, I got, see. For some boards that Ken had expressed an interest in possibly continuing.
I don't think the public.
That was not one of them.
No. with everything coming down the pipe and some other things I'm gonna discuss today, I really need to have a full board.
There's nobody left over there, Andy. But, yeah,
Does anyone have a specific interest in that board?
can take that on. It's my predecessor.
Is that a motion? I'll second it.
Yeah, sure you will.
So the motion was to appoint Bruce Shack.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
I wanted it clear on the tape. And that was Andy first and Will second?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Rick, you will be getting, oops, sorry.
They need to vote. Sorry. Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
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 Rick, you'll be getting some information from me. It all comes from my personal. So I'll keep you updated on meetings and things like that.
Greg, you'll do well with that.
Okay,
I am, yeah, sorry for the information that you sent us, and you're gonna be a lot busier now.
so we did have one resignation of a public defender that was very heavily involved in the program. So currently I am working to find a replacement. I currently have leads on 3. I did receive some information this morning. 2 of those are Allen County attorneys and one's out of DeKalb. I need to reach out to them to see if they're interested. On the HR side of things, I wanted to also post the position just as standard, because it's me running the thing right now with the board. So I am unsure if there are any current public defenders that are interested in the position that is open at this current time. So I will be reaching out to a couple of them to see what their thoughts are, and I will be working with the board on that as well. I would like, with the impending potential public defender office for July 1st, I would like to start working towards getting a chief public defender job description ready to go. That would essentially come from the state, but I will roll it into everything that Wagner, Irwin, and Shealy has done with us. That is a paid parity position, so it has to be paid in line with the current prosecutor. So we already have that dollar amount, what that dollar amount is. I would also like permission to move forward with creating the administrative staff positions, and that consists of 2 paralegals and 1 receptionist. Just to kind of get the ball rolling on those. You guys are gonna see a lot of me probably. Same with county council. And then also in the interim, I did speak with Austin, okay? We did go down to take a look at the old prosecutor's office. And we do have a rough draft renovation plan. And we have some sketches and drawings as well, but that's in its infancy. Obviously, we need to talk to the board more about that as well. So things are moving slowly. We do not have any updates with regards to the misdemeanor pilot program. They have received our application. It was submitted before the deadline that receives the main attention, which was December 6th. They said that they will be reaching out to those counties that submitted by that deadline sometime in January. And I have not heard anything yet. So just kind of waiting in the wind on that one.
Is there a motion to allow her to continue? Proceed.
Make a motion that she continues with what she's been working on.
I'll second. Sorry, I was waiting for Ruth to second.
Can I just clarify?
Sure.
She is going to create a job description for the 2 paralegals and the receptionist, working towards the job description for a chief PD, noting that that is a pay parity position, and also requesting to post the open positions for a public defender. Those are the 3. Thank you.
And to work with Austin regarding the office preparation. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Is that how you understand it? Okay. All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
I will report that I was working on the public defender case counts last night, and they are moving pretty good right now. 6 out of 10 of them have submitted their December numbers to me. One of them is over for the quarter, but his total cases are in compliance, so that's okay. And then we do have one that he was in compliance for the 4th quarter, but his total cases are a little bit high, and that is a misdemeanor attorney. And so we will work on that as well. So just an update with that. Also, one other thing, this is on the HR side of things, the safety committee. We has completed the fire evacuation preps for the judicial center, and they need to be laminated. Safety committee does not have a line item to pay for the supplies, and we have access to the health department laminator. For the roll of the plastic, it's $149.95. Requesting that the commissioners pay for that.
Make a motion,
Do
but
those-
you need to know a line item.
Do those need to be updated frequently, or can they be instructed to have something a little more permanent?
I would think that once they're, I mean, unless people change where they want to go, once they're done, they're done. The recommendations on most of the maps, if not all the maps, are to come out the front door to the evacuation point, because conversations of going out the back door, you're then locked in. There's no way to escape the confines of the gate. So they're all set to come out and meet at the front. And once they're up, they're up. Unless the only time that they would need to be changed is if there's any modifications done to the 3rd floor, where that potential 4th courtroom may be, because right now there's nothing there. Once that's done, then we would need to change the 4th floor.
I know in the past I've used the hard plastic sleeve that it slides into as well.
The problem that we've got is the format that we used, because we did not have access to the ones previously done by GIS, and those it's a new building, so we had to basically make it from scratch, and they printed out on an 11/17, so they're a larger map than what the 8/14 are. So just the way that it came out because of the size of the building itself. So they are a little bit larger.
I'd almost like to see them framed, maybe put in something a little nicer for the building to more.
We could look at frames. See if we can come up with.
Cost of those too, and so do you know how many you're going to have to put up?
So right now we have completed the 1st floor and the basement floor. And there are over 24 just for those. I've had conversations with John, and I kind of told him, I said, you tell me where you want them. There are more office spaces on the 1st floor, obviously, than there are on the 2nd and 3rd. So I think you're going to have less for the 2nd and 3rd floors. But again, looking at common spaces, common areas where we're going to have the public, I don't think we need to have as many back where we actually have offices, because most of those, they're gonna know how to get there. But you're probably going to look at least 36, if not 48 total.
That all in one.
Yeah. suppose if we want to get it moving and get it moving in the right direction, if you put them in some type of frame and had them presented well and made sure that they were very visible to the public and the people that work in there. Probably get to an amount where you could probably include it as the bond.
Project.
Yeah. And if we can give them an approval to not exceed a certain amount, which would include the framing and hanging.
I don't know what the
I just,
cost per frame is.
I did a rough guess of $15 per frame, and
Yeah.
it might be more than that, might be less than that.
Thinking of those like tension, like that hold them in there that are the
That's what it,
glass.
yeah, that's what I've used in the past, but I don't know if they have, make those big enough for 11 by 17. They do?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Probably make every size you can imagine.
You can bring it back next meeting if you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem funding that.
Yeah.
So we will check into it. Perfect. Thank you.
Chip, you're up again.
Okay, round two. If you want to take care of this small structure 7 bid.
All right.
So, parent low bidder was API Construction at $664,927. I reviewed their bid, everything's in order, could accept that as the low bid.
Any questions for Chip? Is there a motion?
I move to approve the API bid.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Any further discussion, questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Then we have NDOT LPA vouchers. I have claim number 19 for preliminary engineering for countywide bridge inspection in the amount of $1,140 to BLN. I have claim 41 for preliminary engineering for the intersection improvements at County Road 100 North, 200 West, in the amount of $12,681.10. DOT. Claim number 8, right-of-way services for the intersection improvements at 100 North and 200 West, in the amount of $3,175.20 to DLC. At claim number 12, preliminary engineering for the bridge replacement, County Road 675 West, the amount of $3,375.38 to Lockman Group. I have claim 21 for construction engineering, County Road 200 North, the amount of $11,506.54 to American Construction.
Questions? Is there a motion for those?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye. Aye.
Thank you. County Road 200 North, working on our final paperwork, final audit. I do have a letter of recommendation for acceptance. I've reviewed everything, everything's good, so if we can have the commissioner sign that, submit that to NDOT.
Okay, we would need a motion to approve the Department of Transportation report of contract final inspection and recommendation for acceptance.
Move to approve.
Second.
Further questions on this one? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
County Road 100 North, 200 West. We were in negotiations with the final parcel. The final property owner has went silent. And we haven't received anything, any notification back. We have met all their asks. We even sent them a final letter saying, please inform us if your acceptance of the final negotiation, which was literally everything they asked for. Deadline, and deadline has passed and went. And we asked your permission to move forward with condemnation.
I spoke with their counsel, I believe Thursday of last week, who told me he's done. He's not going to contact his client anymore.
Oh, he's done with them.
He said he thought, he indicated that he thought they had met all the requirements, and he just doesn't understand that they keep adding things on us, and then they continue to meet them, and now apparently there's going to be no agreement with this guy. So that was my conclusion.
The only thing that he had asked for that we did not provide him was a driveway that did not work. And we showed him that because he had a design engineer, and we showed them that what he was asking for, his design engineer understood that. We showed everything. We actually gave him a better driveway through the negotiation process than was originally designed. The only thing he asked for that we did not give him is something that we flat out can't give him. It just doesn't work.
House, that's all.
Motion for
That southwest corner.
Chip to instruct Don to continue condemnation.
Move to approve.
I will second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Bridge 37, we're still working on our stage 2 plans, Pocabachi South Phase 1. Looking for the geotechnical design right now. We've already gave me permission to move forward with awarding contract API for small structure 7, so I'll work on that. Steuben County Fueling and Salt Barn. We have fuel in the tanks. They're training us right now, and we're going to do a walkthrough tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on the fuel site. Hopefully we turn it over and start training guys on how to fuel.
Nice.
9 o'clock tomorrow. Are there any invited guests?
Yeah, Oscar Larson. If you guys want to come, you can come out. But 9 o'clock, that's what we're doing. We're walking through and doing a final checklist and make sure everything's done and everything's completed. It's working. So we can start fueling.
Very nice.
Countywide bridge inspection, we're still waiting on NDOT. Speed radar signs, just haven't had time to work on that. I'll get back to it eventually. Safety grant. So NDOT sent out the safety grant we applied for in October of 24, and we were awarded $90,000. In our application, we were up front, we were clear, we were following their guidelines. Their guidelines have changed multiple times, sometimes even in a week. So we have been awarded construction funds and construction inspection. the grant was clear that we were doing 100% of the design in-house because it is a restriping project, which you guys have a copy of my restriping program I wish to approve. That is, there's only 2 pages missing from this that would be required for the NDOTs. It goes from a quote to a bid. That's it. NDOT informed me after our early coordination meeting, a week later, that they're now going to require us to hire a design engineer for it. So to do extra steps. So in jumping through those extra steps, I have secured a quote for design engineer. This plus 2 pages, which literally are already done, costs us $30,000. If you guys want me to, I can go get a contract and move forward. I just don't know how much. And I talked to some of the other firms, some other municipalities about what's going on, and firms might not even pick up the work because NDOT cannot clarify what all they're going to require. So I don't know, I don't understand why they change their requirements multiple times in this process, but every time it's something different. More than willing to go do the work and get it going, but obviously I can't move forward without you guys approving me going and trying to get a contract for hiring a design firm. I feel like we proceed.
In our case, this was for striping, correct?
Correct.
In other communities' cases, were they doing larger projects than just striping?
There were several communities that were just doing striping. Some of them were doing sign replacement. Some of them were doing larger projects. Not sure the larger projects, the time frame was, and how NDOT sent out the call was, this is supposed to be community crossings for safety projects. And they even had a training. They even told people this is what we're going to do. They wanted projects that were pretty much shovel ready. Striping, signs, things that you could turn around and get in 18 months. The schedule that they have for some of these bigger projects, I don't know how they're going to make it. Because they have to hire a design firm. The good news for us is I didn't put in for requests for preliminary engineering funds. If we did, we'd have to go through the full RFP process, which takes 3 to 4 months to get it all done. They have to have a design firm on contract in March of this year to meet these timeframes. I don't know how those other places are trying to get it. And I don't know how some of these consulting firms, in talking to someone, they flat out told me they're not going after any of this work because they don't know how they complete the work in the time frame given to them. It was a good idea, but then I think the grant's a good idea, and I think they should do like a community crossings for safety projects. I think they should do that, but
What was the original amount of the award?
$90,000.
It's another 30 to 100 PD.
It's not much return.
You know, work that you've already done.
Correct. And NDOT knew that our intent was to do the work in-house because part of my submittal was the design package. Work is done. Spend $30,000. I don't know if it's worth it.
These quotes come back any different if they quote directly to us and not because it's an NDOT project.
They'll come back cheaper because it's reported directly to us instead of an NDOT project.
I thought your answer would be.
I mean, because they're just more upfront costs. When you go from a quote with the municipality to a bid through the state, they have another level of paperwork and accounting that you have to do. So you're not getting any different quality. I do the same inspection as we would hire it out to do.
Same inspection, same pay, same everything.
Yep. They just have more upfront administrative costs.
Is it worth communicating to them that we submitted it on time, with the information required?
Yep, I went all the way up the chain of command and
Okay.
That's,
Sounds like it might be worth a letter from the county commissioners stating all that data
yeah.
to maybe our state representatives.
We might have a new state rep. That is here.
the initial concept, what they told everybody they were gonna do is a great idea. We can absolutely use a grant program in the state of Indiana that's for safety-related projects that works like community crossings. But when we got to implementation, it's not working like community crossings.
I have you possibly work with Abby on getting a letter drafted that
Yep.
has all that detail in it. We can submit with us behind it.
Yep.
Motion for that?
Probably should.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we draft a letter stating those facts to NDOT.
Second?
Would that include us, CC to Senator Glick and Representative Isa
Yes.
And Smaltz?
and Smaltz?
Any other one that would be beneficial? To the, Wilson. And, other ones would be in the road funding,
So
so
we include a copy of it to sue Governor Bruns.
Yeah.
What's the motion? You have all that?
Senator Glick, Tony Isa, Ben Smeltz, and Governor Bruns. And Chip and Abby to work on drafting a letter.
Okay. And we'll get review before I send out. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. Don't know that it'll do much, but we'll try.
It's worth a shot.
So with that, do we need to figure out how to proceed?
I didn't know if you guys want me to proceed or if you want me to just pursue that. They don't give us the funding yet. We haven't received the funding yet, but just a letter notifying that we're not going to pursue the grant if you want me to.
I guess at what point do we have to commit to any of these companies to get the project done in a timely manner so it's not
I would say we
fall
have,
before we have it painted when it's going to get scraped back off?
I would say we have until the first meeting in February before we make a hard decision.
Okay, well, let's get that letter out quick and see if we can't get some definition.
Yeah, because I assume they're going to be filling up their summer work schedule and trying to painting this.
And speaking of striping, I have this year's striping quote ready for your approval if you would approve it, or so I could send it out to striping vendors so we can get quotes for striping in the spring. We like to be first in line. We like to get striped before Memorial Day weekend for the traffic increases.
And who are you recommending?
Well, I'll send it out to everybody local in the state of Indiana in striping. I'm just requesting
Just
approval.
requesting approval, get it out.
Yep.
Motion for that, please.
Oh, sorry.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Further questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'll get that sent out. We'll have that back soon. The campus parking lot project, did you guys receive your aerials? Do you need anything else from me?
Just an opportunity to review it. Yeah. So,
Then for the community crossings matching grant, call 2025-1, which is currently out. I have a request to go after the grant, and I have a financial commitment letter drafted for your approval and signature, if you guys would approve it.
Approved.
any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Last order of business, we are general operation updates. We're watching the weather. Good job up on winter operations and get plowing done. And we'll grade gravels whenever we get the chance. Keeping up on trees and signs.
Thank you for addressing 400 North, dip in the road.
We'll have to fix it.
Just signs is much needed, it sneaks up on you. I found that out almost the hard way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to our other business.
Just finish it up.
I had this all up. Item of other business, we have our claims. Outside claims, treasurer's surplus tax refund. 25 lease the bond payment. These out of cycle claims, December 2020 for health claims, transfer and the transfer the rainy day resolution of 12/2024. To do those individually or all at once. Does anyone have questions on these items? So is that 500 the max, Kelly?
No. We could have went higher with that, but we thought that might be a happy medium with where we were at with the general fund budget. I didn't want to go too high, didn't want to go too low. And we put quite a bit in there last year. We put almost $1 million in last year. When he gets back, I'll ask her what the max was on that. She had it.
Brought balance in that up to 4 million. Questions? Motion?
Approved.
All items.
That's all items.
Claims,
So claims and
Clarifying it for.
yeah, I usually do that. I usually do that.
And was Andy first?
Yes.
Or Rich?
Rick second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye. Aye.
May I go back to Chip's the letter to.
Sure.
I was looking at the roads and transportation subcommittees for the state reps. Dave Heine is on there as well. I would move that we add his name to that. Yes, property in Steuben County.
Is that second, right?
Yes.
Any questions on that? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
So that's the addition of Dave Heine to that letter.
We made a motion to add any other ones that are.
And then we have, let's do our bullet points that we have. There's and sirs.
I figured you guys would do that.
Okay, I'll pass these to you.
Yeah, I told you. Rick, we were using, like on all of our forms and everything, so we're just using Rick Shipe instead of Richard Shipe. You're okay with that? You don't care?
I'm signing Richard, but
On that way, Richard.
If you're gonna sign them, Richard, we'll go ahead and change it.
it's just normal for me to sign Richard, so.
Okay.
Approval of conflict of interest.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, so
Yeah.
would you like them stamped? Between the conflict of interest statements and the bonds.
I'll have an opportunity to review them. We can just do them all at once if you choose to.
What you talking about?
Conflict of interest. Oh, item number 3. Motion to approve. Interest statements.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Are you good with stamps and Rick, or, well,
Next item should be number 5.
Oh, can we go, before you do that, can you just tell us what the names of the plats were? Do you have that, or do I need to get them from? Oh, you found them, yeah.
Signatures of minor plats of Fretz, EFL, say Bo Jonas, and Folky Farm.
Thank you. And you guys, you do need to do a motion on that. That you signed them, approved them and signed them. That we had been.
That's something to be doing. Formally approving, give a motion to approve the plats we signed.
I think you have to. I think you're administratively required to sign. That's all.
Okay.
You can't even change anything. Right. You can't, if you deny it. So we're not sure why they're signed plats, except the statute says you do, and it's administrative, which means you don't have any discretion. So
Okay.
wouldn't require motions.
If we disagree for any reason on any of these plans, too bad.
Too bad. From you, see, the plan commission, the plat committee is supposed to have complete authority on those.
Yeah.
Now,
They operate independently of the commission.
correct. And the plat committee can include a member of the commissioners, but I don't think it currently does. Good. I think that's a point by the plan commission, but
Recognize both of us.
Thank you. Is this the final billing for Schust on the Roof?
Yes, I believe so.
Schust on the Roof.
That sounded good.
Like a Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, Schust on the Roof. The sheriff has expressed his
Some questions.
pleasure over having it. Motion? Yes.
Move to approve.
Second. Assuming there's no issues.
Not yet. No?
All in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Any approval of the official bonds?
Those are constitutionally have to be bonded to do
Yes.
that.
And this isn't all of them. We're still we're still waiting on some, but as they trickle in, we'll get them.
they handle money.
If we touch money.
Thresholds, they have to be bonded, so.
So that's why some of the deputies, like when you see my office or when you see the treasurer's office, they have to. Also, not just the elected official.
Thank you for the clarification, because I was wondering why some and not the others.
She left for
That makes sense.
And take the motion to approve as submitted.
That motion.
Second.
Just disappeared.
Further questions? Hearing none.
I didn't know the coroner handled money. Coroner?
I would assume that
That's statutory also. He's listed on there as an elected official.
Okay,
Yeah,
not
yes.
because he handles money.
Not because he's
Elected official.
Sorry.
they handle the
Personal.
personal facts.
Sorry.
Okay, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
I see Mr.
Yes.
You want to, where do we get him on his item 14? We're going to take him right now so we can get back in.
Appreciate it, County Commissioners. Welcome Commissioner Scheit, first time publicly.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Appreciate it.
In your packet, I supplied a document that it's essentially requesting the designation of infrastructure development zone, excuse me. You need to go back to October and help me, is it 21 or 22 that former Commissioner Lichty approved or helped pass through the broadband ready designation? I think it's 22. That sounds about right. Additional documentation and designations of this development zone was done in a few of those counties. And this was a piece that was overlooked at that time. What this does is it creates essentially up to a 5-year period of time that allows corporations who are making investments in broadband and fiber to the home to a certain standard. This is 100 up, 200 down in terms of megabytes per second. It gives them essentially a tax abatement like mechanism to do that infrastructure over that period of time. So in this case, the county would designate in unincorporated areas, essentially the territory that the county serves, that this type of investment that's made to the home directly would have that 5-year period. This is a tax that generally goes to the state. We don't see, and it's my opinion, much like other forms of tax abatements that we do in terms of industrial development, without the but-for test, without this type of incentive, it's unlikely that fiber would be directly driven to the home as fast. So it's an encouragement. So I hope I summed it up pretty well.
Yes. So being on the county council for many years, and when this initiative come out, worked with a few of them on the state level, thought this was a tool that we could use to help our community, and very much in support of the especially when they put a designation of speed going to that, to the homes. And I know there's still several areas that are underserved in our community right now. And some of these kids with snow days and like that are still having trouble being able to connect and use their school equipment to have in-home e-learning days. So
It does, the designation does assign itself to the FCC standards, so that if those would change and go up in terms of that requirement, this would also. So we made sure that language was in there.
Does this require an ordinance?
also been required public meeting.
So
If I understand it correctly.
Public hearing. You have a draft ordinance, of course, correct?
Yep, I've sent it to, I believe Commissioner Lawton, I have not sent it to you yet, but you two have.
Did you get a copy of that to Don?
Yep. I also supplied, I believe, Commissioner Howard, copies of 3 other communities, Hendricks, Monroe, and Noble County. It's the same legislation.
You can forward that to Don.
Absolutely.
Then we can set up a public hearing at maybe our next, well, what's the notifications for all of this?
Yeah, it depends on the newspaper too, but they're probably looking at the second meeting out, first meeting in February. probably.
First meeting in February. And that could probably, we can adjourn our regular meeting and then have the public, open the public hearing. Suspend, yeah.
So, just to clarify, can I get a copy of that too?
Yes, you can have this one actually.
We're gonna want to rescind the previous one and then adopt this one. Am I understanding that correctly, or no?
No, the broadband ready designation was the initial step that the state wanted a lot of the communities to do.
Okay.
This was an additional attachment that we did not proceed with at that time.
Okay,
Some communities did them both at the same time. So this, in my opinion, would be addition to,
We have the designation, but not the ability to.
not the incentive.
Yes, yeah.
I would say we put that on as our last item, maybe exactly how long and how much public input will happen as a result of that. So we can let it roll as short as it needs to. We're still there.
We have to have a specific.
Our discussion, we're trying to do this retroactive to first of 2024.
The original suggestions were, yeah, to January 1st, because you're still kind of in that following tax year. Yeah. But you have the ability to set that timeline up to 5 years.
She could be in person in Kentucky. She's snowman right now.
Yeah, probably a motion to start Don to read the ordinance and set a public meeting.
I'll send those documents unofficially to the full body.
Make that motion. Need that restated, Kelly?
Please.
To instruct on to form an ordinance for the designation area and to set a public meeting for first meeting in February or as soon as possible.
Okay.
Second.
Question, what is the notice for a public meeting or a public, is it
This
30
is probably
days?
just one time, I would think.
I think it's just one time. I didn't bring that folder in with me. I think it's just one time, but it's gonna have to go on the paper.
At least you can make sure you have a good time to get it advertised.
That's why
Today's
we need to wait
6th.
till February.
I should have.
You know, at least 10 days before, and we only publish 4 days
I know.
now, and getting everything in, sometimes they just kick you out to the next week.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
We'll get that.
Thanks, Isaac.
As soon as you have that done, then we'll get that in the paper right away.
The IT stipend,
We need to know how long. How long you guys want that to continue? Was it, because we do have our new IT director? It says it's a 37, yeah.
I was under the assumption that that ended. That would end at 31.
So currently, that's the way that we've done it. With that small dollar amount being paid out, this would be the last pay for that.
268.80.
Yeah.
That would be,
We're gonna go ahead and pull that from the IT because of the difference in pay. There's plenty to be able to cover that.
the, we're looking for that request to transfer then, or,
No, we don't need to transfer. We're just gonna pull it straight from that line item.
okay. That's fine then.
Motion.
Yeah, let's do that for. A motion to pull the 268.80 for the IT stipend from the IT director line item. 268.80. Well, you need additional for FICA.
I think we have everything included there.
And the motion needs to include the date, right? The pending.
Which ended on 12/31. I can make it my motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Excuse me.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
And then we're gonna go ahead, I hadn't even told Abby this yet, but we'll go ahead and send out a memo to everybody, letting them know who the new IT director is. So that they can direct their calls to her versus Tammy.
Right. Think you have a cell phone? A county cell phone?
Yes. Did you get that?
You can get
Okay.
one? Okay. So there's a new cell number for IT.
Yeah, and I don't think the cell phone number was really pushed out to like all employees. She has her extension, they have the help desk and everything like that, but department heads. they-
Can we keep the same extension number?
Yes.
I think she kept her phone too, didn't she?
Yes.
Is that coming out of,
There was a question with regards to that. I thought the sheriff's office was going to come talk to you about.
right, RJ, well, RJ's out of town. Well,
I talked to Mike Meeks about it, so he has the information. I told him that was a commissioner's decision, but he needed to talk to you guys.
She went to work.
and to replace some inducer motors in the
She was working.
courthouse.
On there, so I will move to approve.
Second. Big one to start with again, isn't it? Any questions?
Nope, you guys take care of it.
All right, hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Where are you gonna pull that from?
Building repair maintenance.
Building repair?
Yes,
From the commissioner's budget?
Is there room, well, does the courthouse have?
I moved all over the new one, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it still does.
That's a 2027.
Thank you. Which one? That's what I was thinking, because it's usually not very much.
Courthouse repair and maintenance.
It'll probably eat it all up.
I could zero that out and take the rest of it out and just building. That way it's at zero and we don't have to mess with it again this year.
It works.
Yep.
They'll pay the bill from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to approve the contract with our county engineer. That has his current base wage in it, correct?
Yes.
I would move to approve.
Aren't you ready for that?
Yes.
This has to do with, down on D,
Which,
it is under 2D.
We check that each year to see where he's at.
As far as vacation day,
Mm-hmm.
it has a term longevity in there. Wasn't sure we was doing longevity. That's near that question.
Sorry.
Yeah, you were busy.
I was answering an email.
So, engineer's description, it talks about vacation days and longevity as well, what he's entitled.
It was just regards to the vacation days, and once he hits the threshold that he would be eligible for the 18 days, then he would bump up to that. He started out with 15. So he would just keep that 15 days until he hits the normal longevity threshold for the 18, which is 10 years.
Okay.
By the way, you were looking at that, it says he's entitled to that in 2024. Does that need to be changed,
Mm-hmm.
changed to 25?
I skipped right over that.
Huh?
I skipped right over that, Dick.
I didn't see it until you started talking about that, because the 25 was everywhere else in it.
Yeah. Could just leave those in 24.
We have a motion and a second. We amend that to approve adjustments. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Ordinance 1025. Commission fee schedule. Until you're done, now we have to room.
This is our second reading.
Second reading, potentially.
Third reading. Next line really small. Well, scribble all over the page like you did.
I don't really do it either, but the more space you give me, the sloppier I get, so.
It's the lines in there.
Well, mine anyway, but back to the local lines, you guys know.
1025 will have to be separate from 1026, will have to be separate from
27.
1027.
Okay.
Well drawn out here. So on 1025.
I will move to approve ordinance 1025. Actually, can I amend that? We can do the second and third at the same time, right?
Correct.
Yes. So I'll make my motion for the second and third reading of ordinance 1025.
Discussion on ordinance 1025. Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nay.
I think I got my name spelled wrong on the signature page.
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh, they do?
Yeah. I can't sign that.
What, 6.
I will make the motion to approve the second and third reading of ordinance 1026.
I'll second.
Further discussion on that particular ordinance? Favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's 1027. Division of real property enforcement.
I will move to approve the first, or the second and third reading of ordinance 1027.
It's being lowered at this moment.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Did you-
Will that help any or not?
Did you take them?
Haven't voted yet.
Okay, thank you.
First and a second on the second and third readings for 1027. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
This is a final invoice from Mitch Design.
Did you even answer what this was for?
Is it something to do with the circuits that they put in for
That was
their
when they had
extra
to come out and
electrical?
move
Oh, yeah.
all of the cubicles. Send somebody up to move them so they can do the work and then send somebody to put them all back.
Okay. Hopefully it's the
This
last
one.
one then.
This wasn't to modify the cubicles to actually fit, this was to
No.
move them so they could install the electric.
I think they modified a couple of cubicles for the electrical chases, but other than that, yeah.
I know the cubicles were not correct when they first installed.
That's all they all got.
Yeah. Second that. Wasn't something you were involved with.
Really?
Any further? All in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Reviewed. Monthly financial and comparison report. Discussions, questions? Aye.
Aye.
Item added. Pay our dues. Excuse me. Another round of drugs.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Take a short break after this.
I think we're done after this.
We can do
No, you
that.
have to do all.
Oh, we have to do our things, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have one item.
Okay, all right.
Well, let's move, I'll make a motion to approve the commissioner's dues.
One second.
Any further? All in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Don?
You'll recall the easement on Crooked Lake when we filed suit on behalf of the cars and another party to Crooked Lake Surf Resort LLC. They filed a counterclaim against the county. The defendants did. And obviously it puts, and they requested money damages. So that puts me in a conflict situation. So you have to hire an attorney to represent you in the counterclaim. I can't, because potentially you could settle the car for my client, the car and the other party, the resort, and not with the commissioners. And basically the commissioners are us for the money damages. So it's been a conflict situation, and you're going to hire somebody to represent you in that counterclaim that they filed. My personal opinion, they did this just purposely to create this issue. So based on the questions I got from their counsel, having to sue, you sued an attorney, by the way. So these parties. So
You said one of the new ones? One of the new ones named as an attorney?
No, the defendants, Karst, Diane Karst is an attorney.
Okay.
Have a recommendation.
Well, if you want, I can get someone, but you were gonna need to prove them, so. Yeah, but you know who the attorneys, local attorneys are, you know. I know who they are too.
Normally in lawsuit situations, don't we go through a liability insurance carrier and then they have an attorney that they appoint to us? So is this a situation that process could be initiated?
We can send it to our, I'd be happy to let you send it to the insurance company, but I think for deny coverage. I hope not, but I'd say it's probably likely they'll give coverage.
Well, it's not true then, I guess.
Okay. Well, then let's hold off. You're gonna send it to the insurance carrier.
How long, what's the time to respond on?
Well, I can call the other attorney and get an extension of time to response.
You give me a copy of the complaint and everything.
It's a counterclaim actually, and I'll email that to you. I've got it with me, but.
I was gonna say, I brought it in here too, because I figured it'd get brought up. So I've got a copy of it also, Aaron.
You can get it from, Kelly. So, it's just,
15 feet, right?
Huh?
It's over 15 feet.
that's
This
right.
was something that was
Yep.
done several commissioners boards back and they've never got
15-foot easement.
15-foot easement.
If I remember what I read, it was the commissioner board did their diligence, but the property owner did not record it. Is that what I was
Well,
reading correctly?
yeah, on the plan commission office at that time probably didn't get on it quick enough. That's why the commissioners felt they had to. Because it was kind of a problem created by the plan department. That's my understanding at least.
Okay, we can least of our agenda items to discuss the potential hiring of legal counsel for that.
But in the interim, you would like to move forward with Aaron, sending it to our insurance
See if that would be
company
good.
first.
Yeah.
On the easement, I'm still waiting. I sent it to Mr. Benson to approve on the highway bond. Called me and said he was looking at it, but I still haven't received anything. She says he's very hard.
That was polite.
I mean, Kevin, would you have a full list handy of all of our appointments on our boards?
I can, I do have those.
We can take a look right now.
I've
Well,
got 23 still have. I do have a list.
Yeah.
I'll pull it. I'll get everybody one.
Nice.
Are they currently seeing it?
We need to go, I don't know, you do this here for the meetings. That's totally at your discretion.
Sorry?
That's totally at your discretion.
couple of things before you guys do your board appointments.
Okay.
There were Corson proposals for Corson Fire and Security that we have to do every year. There is one for, looks like the courthouse. What do we got here, Abby? Is that only the courthouse?
I think it's just the new courthouse.
Oh, yeah, for the new courthouse.
And it's been revised to eliminate the fancy parts, automatic renewals. Of how that you don't have to carry them under your insurance or your name insured. All sorts of things they had in there that had to be changed. So,
Okay. But you reviewed it?
you know, review the changes and what you accept.
I moved to approve the Orson contract for the new digital center.
I'll second.
Questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
And then one more thing.
Acceptance.
We have a list of encumbrances that we just wanted to run by you real quick. We can do it now, we can do it after, just to make sure that you guys don't have any that we missed, that you were thinking that we should have, that kind of thing. We can do it during the meeting or we can do it after. It's not gonna make a difference. Which one?
I was running ones where I say,
Okay. Do we need to go over any of those with you?
making sure that there wasn't another page that says and. Soft spot for initials. This will be a chat.
The only one, and, oh yeah. We were good on some of these other ones, but the one that we were questioning is going to be the account balance left in the Project Ready Fund. $27,500. Does that need to be encumbered for, what was I thinking, NIPSCO or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, but do we have anything from them yet?
Yes.
How official is it?
I'll forward you what I have. How's that?
Okay, so,
It makes it very tough if there's nothing to back up the encumbrance.
Yeah.
State board really enjoys those.
and then Will has the docs for that. All right, and then what was the other one? Oh, yeah. ARPA, Divine. That was when they came in and gave that big presentation on their child care facility they wanted to build. We haven't heard boo since then.
I had
Yes.
a meeting with them, Isaac, and Foundation with regards to getting a plan, appropriate plan, and how are they going to show that they're going to be a viable entity. So they are working on that. So I think they're just going to be on hold with that. Well, we wouldn't have anything because we said we weren't going to give them anything until they had X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
No. So we won't be able to encumber that money for that. But by the end of '24, we needed to have all of it obligated. So we can drop it into, we can encumber it for another line. And then when they come back to us, we can look at giving them. Well, it won't be in the same line.
Oh, you'll be in a different line?
It'll be in a different, yeah.
Okay.
So we just need something to encumber the money. So if you want it to go to NIPSCO, or if you want to drop it in the insurance, for 2021. It's an ARPA line item, so it's gotta stay ARPA. I just need something that, because we can always change where it's obligated to.
I thought we had it obligated till the fine until the end of.
And, well, no, state statute, the rules for the ARPA money, it all had to be obligated by the end of 24, which we had done. But with the Vine, we didn't have any official documentation or any resolution for them. So I can't encumber that money.
Technically obligated.
Mm-mm. And I need it to be. You can always move it.
No, I thought that's what we had done.
I thought we had already committed it to that project,
Use the Vine.
Yes.
but they were not, they had to meet certain criteria in order for
Right.
it to be released.
But because they don't have any documentation, I can't encumber it. I need something for them.
Doesn't matter that we obligated it to them without any
I have-
kind of contract or obligation. It can't stay there. It's not obligated in the State Board of Accounts eyes. So it is unobligated right now.
Exactly.
So my recommendation would be to move it into insurance line item. At that point, you could
Go back out.
go back out if the
That
bond
ends
would
up
have
being
to.
general, yeah.
Okay,
All right.
you guys
I'll
have,
make that a motion.
yes, please.
Second.
Questions? Favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry, that's my council hat coming back.
No, I was trying to follow the whole thing there, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not getting something here.
Yeah, I thought we did have everything.
You did, but they didn't.
They didn't, yeah. Well, they probably didn't know.
Well,
Bless you.
they're trying, but it's not at that point yet.
Right.
Two stuff? That's 275,000.
Didn't see earmarked in that line item.
Well noted somehow.
You know, those council people, no one's been. Now, boom.
I'm gonna really enjoy watching this. Okay, Commissioners Board appointments. Let's go ahead and start out with what we have here in front of us.
Well, I just want to make a note after looking at this page here, there is a real difference in the amount of numbers. Just,
Well, your name's not on there yet, so I could get you this.
Yeah, Jared gone for the,
yeah,
I guess
public
it's-
defenders.
Board of Finance, we're all with that.
So Rick's already on the public defender board.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
Board of Finance.
public defense out there, okay. Drainage Board, obviously, we're all on that one. Let's just eliminate all these ones we can here. And we are not all required to be on the Drainage Board.
no, it's something.
It does not have to be a member of the Board of Commissioners. Although a Board of Commissioner would be on it.
Joint Drainage Board, takes two of us.
So the Joint Drainage Board, depending on which one it is.
Decal.
Because Will can't be on it. There's certain ones we can't be on, and
Yeah, so the
They're trying to
drainage
set.
boards they have to be, those are set based on where you live and, yeah,
Where we own property.
yeah. So that's why I'm in the Pigeon.
Okay, wait a minute. For the, are you talking Pigeon Creek Drainage Board right now?
Yeah. So myself and Andy will be on those.
Yeah, okay, so that needs to stay.
The. What's the other one?
There's,
There it is, Joint Drainage Boards to Bend to Cal.
Yeah.
So that should be you two again.
Yes. That's the one that will cannot be on it.
It's the one I cannot be on. Mayors and commissioners caucus, where all of us can attend that.
Did you guys get the email from the mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of you respond?
Not yet. I'll wait to see where it is next. Somewhere.
Oh, it moves around, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different each time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from the letter we got on the Maumee River Basin Commission, I was doing some looking on their site, and we are all three named as board members along with the county surveyor and a member from the Soil and Water Conservation. By their bylaws.
Well, my short stint on there, it was, Jim was, the surveyor was on there, and then
Surveyor, and unless you can shed some light on that, Maumee River Basin Commission.
I don't know is my answer. I haven't looked at that statute for some time, but it makes sense that all three would be on it.
is that letter,
That letter just states that, they would invite, our commissioner to remain, which, through the bylaws, he couldn't remain as one of our positions, but he could be appointed by the Soil and Water.
Are you still talking Maumee River Basin right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Currently, right now, Bill Howard, Lenny Lippy, Ken Shelton, Jim Slaybaugh, and Chuck Howard are listed for Steuben County. Of course, this was an old one. Because that was your soil and water conservation rep, your surveyor, and the three commissioners. And that is,
Remember, I'm asking for all three of them.
so it's like that for every county that is listed in the Maumee River
Of
Basin.
course, this is asking for. It says we're on their board of directors. Or does it just say we're members of the commission?
that is different.
That I don't know.
Because that makes, this is asking to make one of us a voting proxy.
And I would assume that would be one of those three. You have somewhat interest in water and flood control.
Really?
Yeah, I might have.
It's only a volunteer.
Sounds like a volunteer.
Maumee River Basin Commission, is there a motion for that?
I make a motion to approve a Rick River Basin Commission.
Second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Yes, that's the one that just did just now.
Just got volunteered for two, I'm done.
Well, the rest of them will be voluntold.
Okay, so all three of you are gonna be on that. You will all three be members of the Maumee River Basin Commission, with Rick being the
Yes, he's on the board.
designation on the board.
Designation for the,
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the guy needs to. What else we can send on this?
Yep, we do.
That's Bridget.
So which ones are we going to hit next year?
Well, if you like water so much, you want St. Joseph one too?
There's also St. Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can it be on that one?
You can be sure.
So ready?
They just voluntold himself for that one.
We get
That's all.
paperwork on that one?
That would be, Mike Mearson?
That sounds right. Andy's coming off of that one.
County Park Improvement Committee, that's just our
It's
county
all of
park
us,
meetings
yes.
that we used to have, and we've combined them.
Are we all on that then?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to pass the buck. The other one you can be on too, Rick, is the Ohio, Michigan, and Michiando Aquifer Board. That's something you'd be right up your alley.
Yeah, you're right, it is.
All about wells.
The big issue just went down with
It did,
the bankruptcy,
yeah.
so
I don't even know if that board will be, how long that'd be.
existing anymore.
But the board's in bankruptcy.
No,
Oh,
what they were fighting,
they were fighting this?
yeah.
Might be the mayor over there or something.
They were,
Kitson. Kitson?
I don't know the
I
name.
think it's Kitson.
It was the salmon one, right? That was the, yeah.
So the consensus committee,
I don't know what that is.
Sounds like it's Alan
I
Tony.
think I know, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that has to do with the destruction of documents and stuff. And that meets maybe once a year.
We're up at the clerk's office with D&G.
I'll keep it, you guys can have it, it doesn't matter. to me.
You are more than welcome to stay on that.
All right, I'll stay there. Range County Sewer Appeal Board, I think we had to do that once, didn't we?
Mhm.
You just automatically by statute, all three of you are on that.
So,
That was the,
Oh, no, you're not because
Just one came over
No,
from
that's
each
just
one of them.
because it's in, they have LaGrange and Ranch County.
yeah.
So you got three counties, so each puts a member.
One in
But this
Right.
also has to do with one of us being able to go over, I believe, to LaGrange because some of their sewer districts flow into ours, like Turkey Lake, maybe,
Actually, Lake of the Woods.
Lake of the Woods. No, somewhere over that direction.
Then I think also
Would be-
by Orland.
Mhm.
it'd be the same reason why they came here, right? If
Same reason they
LaGrange
came
had-
here, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't mind, I haven't had to really do anything with that.
Are you keeping that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Fishing Creek, you're staying on that, right?
Yeah.
Staying on that
I
too.
think that's pretty much a requirement there.
EDC, you're wanting to stay on that,
I
you're
can
wanting to
continue
the
to do
NIF, that's
that.
good stuff. Yeah.
Unless somebody else wants to do a passion for that. But yeah,
I think you're in the middle of a lot of stuff with
I
that.
was in
So.
the middle of something with that, so maybe one more year.
Deal.
So participating in that. Do you do much with the MS4 group?
No.
Yes.
So you want to keep that one?
So who assigned for it?
No, I,
He's still assigned.
Yeah,
that's just all,
but they need to,
separation, drainage, and runoff, and
Right.
all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that and whatever flows in through our ETJ into the county,
Yeah.
I think that could, especially with the new subdivision going, that could have a lot of potential to
Right.
on this one, since there's a document we can send back.
be looked at a little harder.
Yeah, we haven't done much with it because there hasn't been much action with it. So,
Which one are you guys on?
the MS4.
Actually, I wouldn't really being on there with your plan background. Of course, you got quite a bit too.
What's it?
And then that's for, then you guys doing planning stuff.
I'll stay on that.
Unless you're gonna start taking some off my list, I don't need it. No.
No, that's what I'm gonna try.
No, you don't. The one,
I'll do the innkeeper's tax commission again. I did that before. Is that okay?
the Region 3A and I'm on the executive board, the board of directors there, so I'd like to see on Region 3A.
That encompass both of those then? right?
Yes.
The transportation and
Yes.
Okay, but we have a couple of them now that they sent us documentation for, where you guys have to sign. So the EDC and then also the Region 3A.
Yes.
So if you guys want to do motions on those,
I was gonna say, what we'll do is maybe get the list combined together and then
Yeah.
we just do. a
go back
motion
through and do the motion.
Yeah.
Put it all in one.
Need that.
The weird one for me is the Steuben County Lakes and Vasta Regional Waste District.
Yeah.
What that even entails, we thought it entailed the sewer district. It actually just entails the solid waste,
Solid waste.
which is in Ashley.
Ashley.
I don't think we've ever gotten any information on when those meet or sent any information on that.
Now say that, so the Steuben Lakes Regional Waste District.
Over there in Ashley, our solid
That's
waste.
not, that's the Northeast Indiana Solid Waste District.
That's true.
Two different organizations.
So what's this one?
This was on Lenny's and
Yeah.
last night.
Steuben Lakes Regional Waste District is actually
That should be,
it's the sewer system for the lakes.
Right.
okay.
It's been listed on these, in the 4 years I've been a commissioner, and
But
there's not ever been any
I asked about it last year.
participation for us in it.
There should be.
I think we're actually supposed to be a member on that board.
I think I looked. I think we are the waste, this Northeast waste.
Northeast Indiana.
Because I asked about this last year and I was told that was actually supposed to be the one in Ashley. The solid waste.
So that one maybe doesn't even exist as an assignment for one of us, because it's those our board appointments from
Trustees.
trustees.
Yeah, I looked at the way that their bylaws are written and it's not. And it's
Yeah,
not.
that may have been when they first organized, they had to have a commissioner because they're using right away.
That's true. We have to give permission for
Yeah,
them.
but I don't think once they're up and running, I don't think you're on.
So I think that one's.
You can go by the wayside.
And so we don't technically have appointment then for the waste or for the.
Northeast Indiana solid waste.
Yeah, you do.
It's down below. It's under Rick right now.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
yes.
10 out of 12 anyway.
10 out of 12.
Yeah. So that is.
NISWD.
Gotcha.
7-member board of trustees on the Steuben Lakes.
Those are all appointed positions by elected officials.
They are all, there's 2 in Jamestown, 3 in Jamestown, 3 in Pleasant, 1 in Mill Grove. Currently serving.
Trustees,
Yes, the trustee appointed. I remember I looked at that last year because I was, someone questioning why I was not going to the meetings. I'm like, I'm not on the board.
The trustee is the governing body of the district overseeing lead staff and setting all policy, ordinances, and budget.
It is its own entity.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they need to be represented by those particular township people.
Yes, I remember reading all through that.
I see we want probably the 4-H board.
The county extension, maybe.
Hey, I'm okay with that, but if you 2 want to be involved with it, that is okay.
No, I think that would be great.
We have a card for that, maybe.
It's the requirement is you have to be fair the entire time.
I pretty much, over the years, it's been there quite a bit. You will also give me the county extension board representative.
I think these 2 can go hand in hand a little bit.
Yes and no. I don't know if you're aware, the extension board actually oversees the extension office.
Extension office, yeah.
Yeah. A different board makeup and responsibilities than the fire board.
Or the extension, I'll keep that regional partnership. It's kind of along the lines of C stuff.
So we got this master plan subdivision zoning ordinance committee. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
I think we come to the same conclusion every year. It's like, I don't think any of us ever have and know what it is.
Well, there is you have a representative on the plan commission.
Plan commission, and this isn't
This is
not the plan committee either. This
No,
is,
this is a separate, where they review ordinance revisions, potential ordinance revisions.
oh, gotcha.
So is this by statute, commissioner would be on that?
I think it's just a committee appointed by the plan, but not necessarily, but, they usually request commissioner input. So if you're changing ordinances and ultimately it falls on your desk.
And with those, we have the ability to say yes or no,
Correct.
So you-
unlike the plat that you told us that.
It's administrative.
But it'd be smart that one of us are representing for that, so.
And if you're gonna do that, you might as well do the plan commission representative.
Right. I'd express interest in that, but.
It's gotta be for in other counties, but there's this here. Doesn't make any difference.
Usually one of us go.
I do not. You both have had experience in that.
Would you? I mean, you have the least amount. Would you like?
No, it's just it. I'll stay in my lane.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're looking a little light up there yet.
I've got my whole section colored though.
And on the plan commission, the BZA is the worst job in the county. I was thinking it paid very little and you have to look one of your neighbors in the eye and say no, and the other one yes.
Well, it's not the BZA, it's just the
This is
plan.
true. We can't be on the BCA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you know that.
I've done Northeast Indiana Solid Waste District before. I could do that, you know.
Maybe. Should. Makes sense. I wanted to do that because it's close, a lot closer to that.
Either one of us, yeah.
All right, I'll pick it up.
You're doing Northeast Indiana Solid Waste.
Yeah.
explain to you the next time I see trash all over the place.
You did anyway.
That was terrible. I didn't get back by there to see how it looked.
That actually looked better than some of the
Right, we'll see you down the road.
Well, the site, Angola site looked pretty good compared to that.
Yeah.
Really good.
Angola usually does. The one down by Auburn usually looks really bad. One in Kendallville can get overrun.
You're already on the public defender board, right?
That I am.
Personnel committee?
I have no burning desire. That's what you're asking.
We don't do much.
I'll take it. Maybe I can get the holiday schedule too.
You're funny.
So I'm gonna ask you a tough question, Andy.
Yeah.
This planning commission, you got enough separation between you and the director, having worked for him?
You know what? If you guys don't think that, then go ahead and take it. I don't care.
I'm asking the question. I have. Guess I'm not, I haven't been pleased with what's happening there lately, so I don't.
Well, I mean,
I don't have to be their representative to voice my opinion, so.
what's your opinion on it? Well,
Stay on.
Maybe we should stick Will in that.
You both have experience and I know you've worked up there. You've
Right.
been on those boards before. I've never had an issue up there where I haven't been able to go have a conversation. Things in the direction that it needs to go. It's not the subject matter that I presented.
and if you being on it, think so you'll get the answers you want, or that's fine. For the,
And I'll still continue to do what I'm doing no matter who's up there on that board.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter whether I'm actually there as a representative or not, I guess.
I mean, you've been on that board in the past. I've never been on the board, so.
I've been on as a representative from the council.
Yeah.
Served as president for a year because of some situations, but why don't you take both of those, we'll see how it goes. If that's okay.
That's fine. I think maybe that's something we can discuss on our, put on our rotation as well, because I think those are, some of these boards are, you know, affect the county more than, not that they all don't affect the county, but
So both of them, master plan and.
yeah, I think those pretty much go together, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know about the master plan subdivision zoning ordinance committee, but
If you're gonna be on the plan commission, you're gonna be involved with zoning ordinances.
I don't know what that entails, if anything. The only other one I haven't committed to yet is Steuben County Drug Free.
That through community, have something to do with community corrections,
It probably does,
I
yes.
think.
You say on the community corrections, Andy?
I I got no problem staying on community corrections council. If that's what we need to use to balance those out, on or off, I have no problem either way with those. You know, council on aging, the only question would be, since your wife does, I don't know if that would be
She does very limited,
right,
work out there.
so. I know you've been involved with them as well, so that's, I think that's up to you whether you want that or not.
And if would need be, I could sign a conflict of interest. Need be. You would take the drug free?
I'll take the drug free and then community corrections. Because I think that drug free is gonna probably get kind of combined with some of the opioid settlement money that we've got coming in that we're using for the
You want me
community foundation.
you want me to take the COA then?
Yeah, if you take the COA.
There's two others. That aren't on there.
Oh,
Pocobachi Trail.
yeah. I mean, I have no problem by Cheryl and Parks background.
Yep. No, that's fine. Like I say, it's gonna go right down in my neighborhood, so either way, I don't care.
Yeah.
You got history with the trails, that's fine, the parks.
And there's an emergency management board that we had nobody on until what? Last year before last?
Yes.
Well,
On
it's
the,
when we had a current director that we have discovered that we did have one and that he's made it active.
So one or more of us, or just one?
this is different than the LEPC
Yeah.
board, yes.
Yeah.
Would it be something that would be activated in an emergency, or is it?
No, it's just more guidance and oversight. I think it has to do with emergency countywide plans.
Which would probably fit with you.
Right. Do I just take it?
Yes. Take it. We bounced a little closer at least, right?
Is there?
A lot of these don't involve a lot of time. Some of them do. Okay, so for me, I have Board of Finance, Consensus Committee, Drainage Board, EDC, Grange County Sewer Appeal, Northeast Indiana Regional Partnership, Mayors and Commissioners Caucus, Pigeon Creek Drainage Board, Innkeepers Tax Commission, Northern Indiana Solid Waste, Personnel Committee, and EMA.
Okay, the county park improvement, is that one that we're all on?
That's what we were all on, but, yeah, which really, we kind of combined that with commissioners meetings.
Yeah.
Sure. So any of these Board of Finance, Community Corrections Advisory Board, County Park Improvement, Drainage Board, Joint Drainage Board, Mayors and Caucuses, MS4, Pigeon Creek Drainage, the 2 Region 3As, Plan Commission, Master Plan, Steuben Drug Free, and Pocobachi. That's really keeping this straight.
Student Lakes Regional Waste, we're doing away with that.
Yep. And then We have 4-H board for Rick, Board of Finance, Community, or County Extension, County Park Improvement, Drainage Board, Joint Drainage Board, Mayors and Commissioners, Maumee River Basin, Public Defender Board, St. Joe River Basin, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana Aquifer, Council on Aging.
Can you do the cemetery every year? Is it?
Oh, yeah. I'm on that now.
That's just a board appointment that comes up every.
Is it 3 years?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's due now. So we have, when we go through these papers, there's some.
Yeah, appointments for the VDA and the commission is. That we need to see. Back to.
Okay, so as far as the commissioners concerned, motion for acceptance on what I just read.
I will move to approve the 2025 Commissioner Board and Committee appointments. As presented.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Okay, so now the individual appointments that need to be done. Do you have things in particular order that you'd like to do that?
Whatever she's got laying there.
Okay, give me the first one down.
Oh, that one's done. That's the one's been done.
Yeah, but
Digit 3, yeah, that one's been done. So I'm gonna sign it.
it's in here, wasn't it?
Yeah. ABC, that one's been done. This is where this looks like I'm appointing myself, but.
It's just the alcohol. You want to decide that one?
All three signed up?
Yeah.
Is that the alcohol board?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Mr. Sanborn was not wanting to do that.
No.
Didn't he tell you?
Yeah, he told me, yes.
When?
I spoke with him a month or so ago.
Because he indicated to me, no, and he just asked me not too long ago whether we'd found somebody yet.
I know somebody who's interested in it.
I believe that's if I'm not mistaken, that has to be politically balanced.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
right.
see anywhere on there that it said that he is not what you thought, because he's in the public. He said it had to be a Democrat.
I'm pretty sure it.
Doesn't
It'll
it
say,
not?
I'm looking right now.
I'm pretty sure.
He's-
There has to be,
He's the Republican.
unless they changed it a few years ago, so.
I had a question on that because I asked him, I said, he said, and I know he's not.
Doesn't look like it says anything on this.
Ought to be done. To
The comments got it, I don't see anything on it. So maybe about political affiliation.
You know, it says you have to have knowledge, maybe it allows to look at that, but you have to have knowledge.
They voted on, they have the Indiana code cited on the form.
Well, there's only one guy here that has.
Knowledge of alcohol.
Indiana code there.
I didn't see anywhere on there where it
But
said.
it doesn't see anything on the
politically balanced.
application. Yeah, it can be convicted of a felony, but,
No,
It doesn't ask for affiliation, party affiliation or either.
no. That's the incorrect. Used to be, of course, how many are on the board now?
Three appointees and then,
Larger board.
and then the excise officer.
They don't have anybody could balance, so.
Do you want Abby to reach back out to him? Just to confirm one more time, or Rick's got it right there on his phone? Do you have someone else in mind?
I was like, okay, who?
I can tell you who told me.
Well, yeah. You probably,
It was Renee Carper.
yes. Same one. She
Yeah.
expressed interest and they do not own anything in the county.
Yeah, but doesn't it say something about political or not, or appointed?
But whether she can be a elected
lucrative
official,
Public office or employment.
that might disqualify.
That does.
No, that would be a disqualifier.
See if they'll answer, he might be on the beach.
Good, Tom.
Yeah. I think he's in Gulf Shores. Maybe he's there watching.
What's our next one?
The Board of Aviation. Steve Campbell.
Hey, Tom, Rich, I just reaffirming that you do not want to be reappointed to the
Board of Aviation was
alcohol
Ken.
board. Again, we're in a session, let me know. See,
No, this is for Steve Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but Kim was also on the Board of Aviation, right?
He was our representative on the Board of Aviation.
That's all.
It's not on there.
It is not.
So let's do this first. This is where appointment Steve Campbell was the, I believe, current vice president of the board out there. Is that correct?
I think I'm running through those. I believe he is vice president, yes.
And the recommendation from the board was that they appreciated his service. So,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
okay. So that's Rick first, Andy second to reappoint Mr. Campbell. All in favor of that, signify with aye.
Aye.
Education on this one? Yes, he does.
Okay, who's next?
The Public Library Board.
Lori Gentry, Public Library Board to the Carnegie Public Library Board through the end of 2028. That one's done.
Okay.
So there was the two appointments for this one. The Gail couldn't be reappointed, so they set someone out for nomination for you to review. He only gave me his name and address, and I asked her for more information. Just don't know what is that.
The name and address is right below that.
Yeah.
Did you go before?
That's fine.
So we so if they just go with that and they appoint him, then we'll need to drop one.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice to have a letter of interest or something. That they offered to get.
Signed it.
But I think that. But anyways, we have Lori Gentry that wants to
Move to approve Lori Gentry to be library board.
That's the one that's currently on.
Yes.
Second that. Further discussion?
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Yes.
And then the last one is just picking for the plan commission.
Oh.
No, the-
actual,
Yeah,
Planning Commission and BZA. There's one to the BZA and one to the Planning Commission.
Are open.
Karen DeForest currently serves as Plan and BZA, and Steve Garman is on the plan.
Yeah.
And you did not hear anything out of Steve Garman, whether he wanted to be
No.
or not?
all of these I got from building and planning, and this is what we received back.
The plan does have to be politically balanced. I think Steve is a B.
I believe so, yeah.
Karen is, I know.
Bill's got something there.
Karen's appointment to the BZA is from the Plan Commission. It's not from the commissioners. I know because I held that.
She's on the BCA, but I don't know who appointed her, so.
She's a commissioner's appointment as a Democrat
To the Plan Commission.
to the Plan Commission. Then from the Plan Commission, they have seats on the BZA. She's a representative from the Plan Commission to the BZA. Your appointment is the Plan Commission, not the Plan Commission and BZA. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You got two
It
plans.
does, but that's just not the way it come across.
Well,
So we have two Plan Commission appointments, not,
And they both have to be D probably, because the balance. Plan Commission has to be balanced. I know that for sure.
That's for sure.
Karen's a Democrat.
And it's a D.
yeah,
Garmin is a D.
so. Well, that automatically throws one of them out.
So you have 4 of them here to choose from.
I'm not sure about Schellenberger or, the other one. I don't know that on their applications whether it says that, what they are.
Well, the citizen appointments, there are 5 citizen appointments on the Plan Commission. 4. There has to be 2. That's right. You're the commissioners. Right. You were the commissioners. So it has to be 2, so I don't see the 2 other citizen members in the Plan Commission are the chairman and
Guy from Pleasant Lake.
Lake Pleasant,
Lake Pleasant.
Oh, Landon.
Landon. But he also serves on the BZA.
He's appointed.
Appointed by the Planning Commission, yeah.
No. Commissioners appoint him to both Plan Commission and BZA.
he's still, his term's still running.
Yes.
I knew he served on both, that's why I was trying to understand how he served on both. I wish he was appointed.
Okay, so we have 2 Plan Commission members indeed.
Oh, are we sure that they have to be
Politically.
Well,
affiliated? I mean, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
see, Landon and the chairman, I don't know what their political, I don't
I know
know.
Landon's Republican.
Yeah. Chairman.
He ran for office.
I wouldn't even venture to guess.
Okay. So,
I didn't know that that was the case for the Planning Commission.
yeah.
Yeah.
Required to be politically balanced.
We have 3 applications for those positions, right? And 1 person who is already on the board, but is requested to be reappointed.
So I guess what threw me on there is those applications designated which one they want to be on. Whether it was BCA or plan.
Yeah, it does. It says board or commission on which you are interested in serving.
Yes.
It says plan commission.
I
That one
think
says BZA.
I think the other three were BZA, or other two, which are.
Well,
That
you
says
know,
BZA.
one of them is a Democrat.
That says plan commission.
I'm pretty sure Garmin and Karen are the Ds.
That's correct.
There's another applicant on here that isn't.
The D.
Doesn't say on there. You just know.
Well, you know.
Okay.
They've done it.
That one. Yeah,
They
I
could
forgot
be-
about that one.
If they haven't voted in the last two primaries, they're considered independent.
No, someone ran for office, so I think we're pretty sure.
Two or three primaries are considered independent. They could be registered libertarians or Socialist Party of America or anything. So
Yeah, there just can't be more than two from the same party.
one political party.
So these applications then need to put on what they
It
are.
says the,
political affiliation.
She's reading it now, no more than two from each party.
Okay.
Yeah, they sent me the
There it
actual.
is.
Okay, so the two open positions.
So why'd they send us applications without that designation?
Or, yeah, why don't they have that line item on there?
In the past, what's happened is that everybody knew who the R's were. And they request the county chairman, Democratic county chairman, submit a name or two, and that's where they got Steve Garman's, I think, from the. Karen has been active all along and openly said she was a D, so she was slotted. So probably before you decide, you'd find out whether the chairman is a Republican or not.
You also got Austin Woodrow sitting there, and Austin may be the Republican. I'm not real sure where the president's from. Because theoretically, you got five political appointments. And I don't know, I just don't know where Austin Woodrow comes into this.
We can ask
Pretty sure
Clint.
he is.
Yeah. So then the question becomes, the chairman's he's a citizen, but
I don't know where his appointment came from, Don, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, is there one past that? Is that the last of them? Okay. Is it just the two positions that we have to?
Yes.
Well, I think we pretty much agreed on this forest. This is the forest. Or maybe we can't. I guess we'll wait. We'll have Clint come down and
well, no.
muddy this stuff up.
Probably they need to modify their form. Yeah, but they need to modify their form and put their political
Yeah, political affiliations.
on there, yeah.
It's a politically appointed position and it has to be balanced, so therefore you can put that explanation on there.
Even if they just write on the top.
You're registered, you're a registered voter and you don't have to be a registered voter.
They're talking appointments.
Hey, you gotta leave that open.
Sorry.
We do have another.
hear the construction noise on the?
I've been listening.
You want me up there? Do you have actual questions for me or am I just here because you're?
You don't have to come there, you can. If they're
There they can see me.
how they can say.
I don't want to be seen. Are you? So do you have questions for me or you just want me to come down and?
So our board appointments, there's two vacated on the plan commission.
Yes.
Okay, one of them is expressed an interest in being on it.
Yes.
Has the other one expressed an interest?
We checked with him several times trying to, because reappointing people is not fun. So no, we checked with Steve several times. He does not want to be on the
And
board.
Steve is not, so we want, so, okay, so out of the applicants that we have, does Steve have a political affiliation?
I do not believe he does. And the way it reads, it says no more than two from each party or something like that.
Okay,
It doesn't specifically say you need so many Democrats. 4 citizen members of whom no more than 2 may be of the same political party.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the mix is of
So what is
the
it?
I
citizen.
think typically our mix is we they're not either usually. I mean, I heard you talk about Landon and he did run, but as far as like running in the primaries and stuff like that.
He ran on the Republican.
He ran on the Republican ticket.
We have someone on here who ran on the Democrat tickets.
Well, we had this come up when Karen was appointed the first time. Because I think we actually had too many Democrats. John Brooks might have still been on the board.
John was
Democrat.
he had registered as a Republican, but he was a D.
Yeah.
No, I came in after that. John was actually a Democrat on our board. And then Karen came on, we might have had too many Democrats because she identifies as a Democrat, but she hadn't been voting as a Democrat. So she was able to slip on. I think since then, now she has taken on that Democrat.
He registered in the Democratic.
I believe so, yeah. So
They have to be like 2 out of the last 3 years or something.
yeah, we don't follow any of that.
Well, we got caught up with John Brooks because they challenged him and he was off for a while because John openly is a D. He's married to my cousin, or was, so I know that. The only member of the family that was a D. And used to present interesting Thanksgivings, but since there were no Democratic primaries often, he registered as a Republican so he could vote for somebody he wanted to in the Republican primary.
Oh, just above the
And then the
vote. Yeah.
Democratic chairman challenged him as a D because he had not registered in the Democratic primary.
That's right.
Can I throw another wrench into this while I'm here and I'm got the spotlight?
What's that?
I just got a text from Karen.
Mhm.
Steve is a Democrat. Karen took John's seat. Steve took Rod Peterson's seat. You and I discussed a couple of years ago, and I guess I forgot. Do we need to have a trustee on the board? That's what Rod
Not
filled that
anymore.
position. Okay, so
Not
that
anymore.
is definitely gone for sure.
That's
Okay.
gone for sure.
So I'll take that
Now,
wrench out of the
but
works.
at one point, they thought commissioners when they appointed this previous commissioners thought it was a good idea to have a trustee, even though it was not required, but it's not required. There was a period of time where they required a township trustee.
So at this point, I think you can do an independent,
Anything but.
libertarian.
We don't know what they are.
We've never asked. I mean, it's something, I mean, I guess we could, but I kind of,
We're gonna have
Probably
to.
need to
Yeah.
kind of felt like I was
add that to your application.
across the line. I thought that if you tell me to do it, I'll be more than happy to cross
Well, I
the
mean, but
line.
the problem is, say, so we do get in a bind where we are out of whack with that, and then something goes to court or something, would that hurt us?
There are 4 citizen members. You check off who they're for. Karen, Garmin, Steve,
Landon,
and Landon,
that's 3, and Jeff
and Jeff.
Jeff's the fourth one.
Burlingame.
Rhodes. Burlingame was appointed by the
Okay.
Purdue Extension.
Okay. So there's 4. We know what Karen is.
You know what Landon is?
We know what Landon is, but we don't know what the other,
I'm pretty sure I know what Jeff is.
what is he?
I think he's an R. I mean, I don't know if he's, I don't know how he votes, but I know his opinion on,
Well,
you know.
Because that's the way he came on.
huh?
That's the way he came on.
It's an R.
I came on as an R.
So we need a D. Or a libertarian or an I or
You need a non-Republican is what you need. A non-Republican.
a
And
non-Republican.
with
That's
this,
one
we
way to
have
put
one
it.
person who, once reappointed, that is a Democrat.
Yes.
We have one applicant that's a Democrat.
But we don't know, we know about one of the other ones, but the other 2 we don't.
While they were asking for BCA.
I think the one that, you might know him. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The one that came in that Kevin Stockwell gave me the name for. I think he said he wanted BZA just because he wanted to check a box, but he's up for anything. I've talked to him more recently.
Is that Mark Schollenberger?
That's the guy, yes.
Mark retired from White.
But we don't know his affiliation.
I don't know. his
So I mean, I guess it is.
I guess before we appoint somebody, I'd like to know if those other 2 applicants.
I think I have Mark's number. I can text him. Should I text him?
Oh, yeah, I have.
If you want, I can also update the form. If we get to a stalemate here, I can update the form and get them to get back to you. Yeah, we do have a meeting
Yeah,
coming
we
up.
probably ought to
Wednesday.
put something in there along the lines.
I mean, as long as it's cool that I asked, I've always just felt kind of funny. I mean, I know
Are you
that
registered to vote in this county? Yes or no? And how are you registered?
That's what determines.
So does there need to be something on this as a politically appointed board?
It's wording down.
Well, there has to be a balance. Two members of, no more than two members of any political party can be.
Hey, got kind
on
of
the
a personal
board, so
question
we
where
need
we're
to
going
know
through
your
the
political
appointments
affiliation,
for the planning
how
department.
you voted.
Put your name in.
How you
That
registered.
is a politically affiliated
On the last three.
position.
I know we hand out those.
Are you a Republican or a Democrat? You want to give that answer?
You know, really, it's.
We're an independent.
Oh, you're an independent? So you registered as an independent? Okay. All right, that helps.
Also plan and BZA or just BZA?
Okay.
You'd have to be on the plan to be BZA, right?
You don't have to, but
But you have, you've gone back and forth.
it's
Okay, all
our appointment from the plan to the BZA.
right. Well, that thing that cleared up. And then you just put BZA, you want me on planning as well? Oh, you just put that down because the BZA, but there is nobody on planning. You'd be willing to be on that one as well? Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mark. Bye. You said he'd be independent.
It's not registry either political
He
party.
said he votes both ways.
No, that's not
That's not the question.
how they're registered, so. That's
Call
all
back and are you asked if he's officially registered as anything?
Yeah.
Honestly, we can probably get those answers from Tangi.
Tangi.
And you could give it to.
Can you email Tangi?
Probably don't have my,
What's her extension?
I was gonna say, yeah, we can call her. Is it like 3,000 something?
oh God, really?
I think it's 3,000. I'm not sure exactly.
I don't have.
Yeah, but it's,
I downloaded it.
I'll try
Trying to
22.
get yours.
22. It's a couple pieces.
I don't have page numbers.
Mine shows up right here when I download it. Never mind, I just got,
Maybe yes.
Okay.
See, we know how the other two of us.
Just brought to mind, I spoke with my father's. that,
Yeah, but he's on the phone, so.
Hi, is this Tangi? Oh, it's Shelley. Hey Shelley, Tangi, well, how you doing? Hey, I got some questions for you. We're trying to decipher some political affiliations for the planning. Can you give that information if we give you some names? Okay.
got the other ones there too.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Got Mark, Jacob. We have to do Judy, right?
Pretty sure we don't have to.
Mark Schellberger. SHOLLENBEER.
So is there any, problem with us openly saying which party they're affiliated with?
Public records, put out for some.
So you would be a hard Republican.
Yeah.
Just ask them.
No, not a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just reminded of my father
Then
used to
Jacob.
say, don't trust people that don't
Yeah.
drink.
J.A.
Trust people that don't know what political party they're affiliated.
JACOBBRYAN. That's good.
My father was not a drinker, a little bit.
That'd be an independent then, I guess? Okay. History.
COVID or something.
What's that?
Oh, you really? Stem cell, yeah. Okay, those are the two. All right, thank you.
All the bad stuff. I didn't have that one, but I just would.
It's on the planning commission.
There's no.
Yeah, Mark is a hard R.
It's a hard R.
Yeah, and then, this guy's no
We don't text.
history at all.
Okay.
Well, it's organization.
Yeah, I mean, with all of our
They
other.
would be available or Judy?
It hence the ordinances. Finished up today. Oh, you're watching.
I was watching, I was interested in the appointments.
It's helpful.
Yep.
Graduated from Purdue.
Easy now. Weather up.
Hammer down.
I'd make that recommendation. So that's what you're looking for. For,
Looks like he's done a lot of construction.
Yep.
Okay, so our three candidates, for the two open positions appear to be Karen DeForest. Jacob Bryant. Went way past her. That's not like a snowmobile was going by. Judy Rowe. Wow.
Definitely a D.
for sure.
Yes.
So you want to do one, he's an R.
I know, but I thought you were making an official plan who,
Well,
Yeah.
these will be our three qualified candidates for the two positions open. Based on political affiliation.
Three candidates, two positions.
your candidates, Jacob, Judy, and
Sharon.
Two
Two positions.
positions.
Motion for one of them.
Jacob.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, there's one. And second would be a reappointment of Mrs. DeForest or the appointment of Judy Rowe. Is it Rowe or Rowe?
Bro.
Rowe.
Or maybe it's wrong. I don't know. They go by both. There's a lot of rows and rows around here.
I've always said Rob.
Sharon's going to be the president of the Lakes Council this year, right?
Yes.
She's not.
No. She's vice president-elect.
Okay.
Really?
Interesting.
You looking to the chair for a motion, are you?
I made my motion. I was waiting for somebody else to make one.
You did? I didn't hear it. Sorry. I apologize.
No, on the first one.
For
I
Jacob.
didn't. No, I did the second one. I accepted that. Jacob one.
Yeah, we've already done that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you made your motion. You're done. That's what you're saying.
for one member.
Yeah.
I move for Karen.
I'll second. Judy might shoot me since they live on the same line.
We can discuss, the vote doesn't necessarily have to.
I thought Karen was going to be the incoming president for the Lakes Council. That's why I thought there could be a little bit of conflict of interest if that was the case, but
Incoming vice president.
She's sitting vice president.
She's sitting vice president.
And Andy, the president of the plan commission, or Lakes Council has sat on the plan commission.
oh, you guys haven't voted in 2025, so you're saying.
That was a long time ago, but that's the way it was.
You have not voted for 2025 officers yet. What you're
We
saying?
have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Okay, a motion and second, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Oh, wait a minute. And one aye.
No, you have two. You have two.
No, I only have one. One functioning. Okay, all opposed, the same.
I'm sorry, I for Karen, I apologize.
Opposed, the same. Abstaining?
No. I'll vote no.
2-1.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, anytime. If I'm watching, all I gotta do is yell out and I'll just come down.
Is one of these just an air passage? We can.
I can hear the construction, so it must be something.
Okay, there's the plan commission.
Okay.
That was tough, I get it.
It's the Emergency Animal Disease Control Coordinator.
What?
It's literally saying, there's nothing like fill out or anything, he just.
Is it the health
Continue.
department?
No, they had nothing on
And
it.
he said yes for it?
Yeah,
Okay. The appointment of Dr. Matthew Zimmer as the Emergency Animal Disease Control Coordinator.
I'll make that motion.
A second. I don't want to do it.
Qualified to do that.
Any further discussion on that? Okay. Hearing none, all in favor, signify with an aye.
Aye.
Have you heard anything back from Mr. Sandholm?
He said no. He would be happy to be retired.
What about, you said, about Renee's husband?
Oh, I don't know about Renee's husband. I said she had mentioned it, but if she can't hold
I don't think she can be
legal
because.
office.
It says it right on that.
Yeah.
Real fussy about that, BBC.
I don't know of anybody else.
No.
Which makes it easy. That leaves all three of us, right?
Yeah.
How about you, Bill?
Huh?
Huh?
For what?
ABC.
I'm a non-drinker.
Yeah?
Probably not the best to point to the ABC board then.
Probably not. Supposed to have some knowledge.
Well, I have knowledge, I just don't drink. If you want, I'll do it.
I'm just kidding. You were back there, you're an easy target.
Sitting here by myself.
Yeah.
See, your coach has been active in the transfer portal, football coach.
We're doing like IU, we're gonna hire a team.
They're all doing that now. So you have to do.
I don't know, Purdue's past quarterback did okay yesterday.
Yeah, no,
I mean, he had a good game.
AOC's not a big quarterback,
They didn't win, but they still had a good game.
not a good team.
No. O'Connell?
Adrian O'Connell, AOC, yeah.
It's 12:15. That's almost for our Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Started 45 minutes ago.
So,
Zoom meeting.
okay, well, short of that, is there anything else we have left?
Hold on. If we go back, do we have to Add Board of Aviation
Board of
to the,
Aviation.
Board of Aviation, yeah, so Ken was that representative.
So is that on the board itself, or is that just a
I
representative?
think it's just a representative, I believe.
I served on that board back before the new hangar and after the new hangar was built as a rep from the county council.
You know all about it.
I had no desire to be on it again.
It does not have to be one of us, it just has to be somebody representing us.
Here's my issue with being the representative to that board. You're non-voting, you're just sitting there watching the meeting. And at that point, not because I haven't sat out there during the new meetings, the old board at that point was just somebody to take pot shots at, so.
Yeah.
I have no interest in that, but this new board, since then, could be a whole lot different, I think. It is. So I shouldn't reference.
I don't even know when they meet. Is it like during the day at night?
Every Wednesday.
Not
Thursday.
It's like
Once a month.
once a month on, I think it's on a Tuesday at like 5:30.
Is because it followed the council meetings.
Mhm.
Same night as
Same night as council, so it'll be second Tuesday at 5:30, I think.
the only thing that I would have to say is it was nice having a member from this board on that out there, even though you're not voting. Ken would bring stuff back to us. And that helped out a lot when we had questions on things. He had notes or whatever that he could go over with us, or if there was some tension out there, where we weren't getting what we needed. He kind of was like the mediator between the auditor's office and the Board of Aviation, the board itself. It's a lot better now with that new board. I don't think we seem to be having as many issues, are we? Plus they hired Karen part-time out there as well, so the paperwork is better. That's just my 2 cents.
What's your reading?
I know, but
And I don't mind, if you don't.
I don't want it, but
All right.
it's just because
It's me by default.
You're gonna get caught in the evening meeting.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
one and a half of my meetings are being. Which is fine. I mean, it's what your job is, but.
You don't need any more evening.
But me,
It's Will. It's Will.
And I should go out again. Not admit them yet.
maybe you should come to the first meeting.
Sanborn's brother.
Which one?
One that's
All right.
Edward Jones guy.
No, Tom was on the
I'm gonna practice at recess.
ABC.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Feel free to.
Yes, oh, yeah.
I knew this was gonna be a long meeting.